as the second best option. But there's the Hayabusa as well. Okay, so they still pick up the Harith. Yeah, there are those are the only two options I feel like that will be good for Onyx. But
Yeah.
already I like the composition that the BTR has built here.
Leave it to BTR to just do some weird things, you know? Like, we said
Yeah.
this going into game one. It got them game one, and then now, yeah, I think this is interesting. Again, because you've got great tankiness up front in that front line. You've got a great ability to go ahead and revive, get yourself back into this game. We'll see if we are on Flying Clouds or not, or which map we're in once we get to this game, but I like what BTR is doing, man. And again, the Rafaela helps you even more because you can rotate very quickly. You can stun if you need to. The Hayabusa is really squishy, right? But now that you kind of have some ground BTR has, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and lean towards BTR for this game too, Wolf. I think we might potentially see a 2-0 right now. But you guys, of course, if you guys are watching around the globe with us, you guys can let us know who you think has the upper hand in this. Let's jump into the game. It's game at 2 in this best of 5. Bigatron by Vitality up 1 in the series. Let's see if Onyx can equalize.
Yeah. Already the setup here for BTR is good. It seems like whenever they were out this tournament, and it seems like it's BTR that has got their number. And that's also true with MPL Indonesia. Everybody was just dropping their games up against Onyx. Onyx are so dominant, but in comes BTR coming in, and they look like they are the better team against Onyx. It seems like we're feeling that again. Not unless Onyx decides otherwise. Not unless they do something really different right now for them to be able to show us something, some sort of fight against BTR, especially with this draft that they built. Gonna be starting with here in the middle.
Yeah, something along the lines of, I don't know, I think it's more of just Onyx finding that form of execution. You know, it's the team fights. Like, we already know that all these players are individually, you know, some of the best in their roles, and they had an amazing, you know, last meeting with the grand final that they had. Hold on, mid lane. First blood going over to Kyrie, but here's the return. Shadow kill going to be used. Revive comes through, and now it's Nile that falls. So that's not going to be worth for Bigatron by Vitality, and that's 2 kills in the hands of Kyrie.
Great start again for the side of Onyx. This time they've utilized Kyrie in an offensive manner before the 2-minute mark. They identified that if you are able to force out where Moreno is, this is a good opening for them, and they do have to reach.
Okay, they might be able to go ahead and just make something happen. They get the turtle. Now they're going to be looking for more. Shogun, tanky enough. Nile might just want to go ahead and grab his purple buff. Even though there's a lot of low health bars, never mind. He goes in. He's able to pick up Lootby. So that's 1 kill. But now Onyx, they know this. They're going to put pressure on the mid. And out they go. Finn's gone. They're going to be looking for more. BTR firing back. But now it's Kelra to get a kill. Man, Onyx looking for more, but they got to keep Kyrie alive. This is the most action we've seen under 3 minutes in a while, man. That's
for sure.
That's insane. I think the entire game's the future.
Yeah, and that's 6 kills in what, 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Quick activation of Kelra as well. I really like how Onyx is doing it because now they're calling Kelra into the fights very early on, and he gets a kill. So never mind the fact that Claude versus Harith is more of a farming battle in that gold lane, that you're the only time that you actually will die in that lane is if you really mess up, or if there's an external effort from other players into that lane. But having Kelra in the middle is really good. Can they take out Sans? Yes, you can.
I thought they'd have enough shielding there from Keyboy, but Sans goes down anyway. So both junglers are having a hell of a start here, Wolf. You know, 3-1 on Nile, 3-0 on Kyrie. This is going to be the assassin showdown that we want to see.
Yeah. And we're going to be waiting for that to happen for Nile with 3-1 right now. But it seems like it's all about the targeting. The first time that they used this Hayabusa, it wasn't as impactful because the targeting wasn't that good. But if you see like Sans, for example, getting picked off in the middle, the timing was perfect for BTR. They are looking at the Hayabusa that's really scary, that can be activatable. Because apart from the healing coming out from the Matilda, there's not much that they can do against this Hayabusa.
Oh man, Kelra. I mean, the shadow kill's already used up, so Niall's not going to be able to find Kelra here, but Niall building up very quickly. This is very different from the Hayabusa game we saw him play against Pro Esports in the first game, where they actually lost that one. Right now, he's hit that kind of potential to just snowball, but opposing him is the Kyrie snowball. So you got two snowballs going down a hill right now. Oh, they're going to be looking for Niall, and they shut him down. And it goes to Kyrie, of all people, who's already got the Sky Piercer.
Cool. They will resurrect him, but what a play coming out from Onyx. As they
It goes to Kyrie of all. Kyrie has lived in his jungle.
Yep, for sure. And they're doing it again.
Oh, they're doing it again. They know his retribution's down, so they're going to take it the buff. And you can see, man, Kyrie's got an XP lead. Oh, they're going to re-engage. Shadow Kill going to be used on Sands. He's still going to be okay with the shields, though. And now the rest of the team join it. Both gold laners going at it. Blaze and Do It was already used. They're going to go for collapsing down on Niall. They'll take up, but whoa, what a shot from the Maestro Moreno. This is what we were worried about. If you're opposing this Novaria, they're going to go for more. Echo drops down. Keyboy trying to bob and weave. He has to burn the flicker, and he should be able to survive. He's got some shields, but hold on. Moreno's going to line one up, and also the gold lane. Kyrie's looking for Emon. Emon goes in, breaking the ankles, but Kyrie goes in to get another stack.
Oh, Kyrie is back 5-0-2. Game 1 was more of a warm-up game for him, so it seems that this time is actually showing his prowess as the assassin. Trying to outplay a lot of people out there in the bottom lane, eventually getting 2 kills for himself, 5-0-2. I would assume 3 or 4 stacks from the Sky Piercer. Gonna be a really good start now for this Hirara coming out from Onyx. Now, they are just leading by 1,000 though, because BTR, with all due fairness, they are retaliating. And the kill onto Kelra coming out from the Maestro is good. So, Onyx cannot celebrate that yet, this game just yet, especially because BTR are showing their teeth now. They're showing that they can actually fight into this neutral objective.
Seems like they want to continue to fight here. Half health, last turn of the game. Will this be a 3-for-3 for Onyx? Moreno lining things up. Both Astro Echoes being used here. They're going to go for it. It goes to Kyrie, able to secure it. Shadow Kill going to be used. Into the Zaman Force they go. Now Loopy looking for an opening here too, but Kelra is able to take out the gold laner, Emon, from BTR. They're going to be going for Shogun too, as Sans picks one up for himself. Finn's going to burn the flicker, and Onyx, they're going to be happy with that little sidestep too here. Potentially a re-engage. They just back off. Sounds very low. Thread in the needle. Moreno going for the shot, but just not enough distance on there. And they'll take the tier 1 after the fight. Oh, Kelra.
Over the dance. Win! 2 quick kills for Kelra. That's not a double, but he did take out Emon before that, which is be so good for Onyx. They are now gaining ground. 7 minutes and 40 seconds in. They lead by 3,000. They're feeding kills into Kelra, and most importantly, onto Kyrie. And already, there's a big change when it comes to the non-verbal cues. You're looking at the camera for Onyx. If you're looking at their camera, I mean, everybody's so happier. Every now, it's lighter now. The ambience around the Onyx side of the stage. And BTR, can they actually mount a comeback here? It's the War Access was the Hunter Strike only for Niall at this point.
Ooh, okay. This is still relatively close, it seems, based on the team fights. Now there's a gold lead for Onyx right now. You're going to be taking the purple buff, though. They continue to put pressure towards Niall. And now Kyrie, level 13. I know Niall's almost a level 11, but still, you're seeing, you know, this pressure on his buff, the pressures on his green camps. Onyx is able to go ahead and take what they can, but amidst this all, you know, they only have 2 turrets down. They're eventually going to get 3 here as Kelra knocks the top one off. But it looks like BTR wants to go ahead and open up the map a little bit themselves too before the Lord comes up. But they don't just get that turret just in time now. Oh, could this potentially be bad? Good coverage from Moreno though.
Be setting up for this Lord this time, and the long lane has been pushed heavily. in favor of Onyx. There are 5 members of Onyx around here. They're going to be waiting for the Novaria ultimate. So there's a lot of stuff that's not going in favor of BTR right now. So it seems like Onyx are just going to take this Lord away from them.
Yeah, this is a Lord that they control the domain over. They'll go ahead and grab themselves the Lord. Now Onyx can start to look to take down tier 2 turrets. I'm not sure if they're going to get to the base ones just yet based off the way that BTR has been fighting. They can try to maintain what they can. Again, Emon might have to go ahead and utilize Blaze and do it here, but their clear is pretty good. And he's going to go ahead and push that top one up top, potentially deal with the Lord too. Actually, he's going to go back to base as tier 2 bottom side will be taken by Onyx. So now BTR on the defense. Nile, oh no, he's actually going to get stopped from recalling. He's going to be able to escape this, but Kyrie is going to chase him down. Oh, he goes back. Let's go. He's going to go into the jungle, and now they're going to hunt him down. Niall's going to have some fancy footwork for this.
Oh, no.
He gains some space, but oh, Keyboy's going to chase him down. Anyway, utilizing the flicker, and he goes back to the shadow, but Niall's got nowhere to go after this. He's been hunted down. Let's see if he can take out some minions. He's going to buy a little bit more time for the rest of the team until he's eventually taken out by Kyrie, and that's another stack for Kyrie.
Yeah. With all the fairness, Niall actually showed some really good moves out there, using his quad shadow to eventually disjoint the circling eagle. But enough time for BTR to gather themselves and defend top, especially because there is no Onyx. There's not much Onyx heroes that to force this issue out, but no, they will still go for this Onyx.
Oh, Loopy falls. Shogun could be next here. They're going for it. Shogun, oh, barely surviving. BTR will be able to go ahead and defend. They maintain that top holy defense shield. A shot on Kyrie, but still, I think they're happy with that. Again, as I mentioned with that first Lord, they just want to go ahead and get the tier 2s down, potentially take out some base shields, but they don't get all of them. So I'd still say Bigatron by Vitality admits it all. I know they're 5,000 gold behind, but they're still holding on. What they're going to start playing into is now Emon's power spike. That's one of the main things. He's got the Purify, so part of what Onyx wants to do is get that, you know, pop that Purify, make something happen here. But even Niall's got to look for that window, right? That opening to go ahead and use that shadow kill to either follow through after the damage of the Blaze and do it maybe, or maybe vice versa on how they want to approach that. But let's see if BTR can still fight into this. They still have 30 seconds before that Lord comes up.
Yeah. I mean, using the ultimate again, the Astral Echo to find 2 and maybe just poke Keyboy. Niall is, you know, utilizing his ultimate, a very ambitious one at that, although you can see the progress. Okay, the defense coming out from Onyx.
Shogun just standing there menacingly, saying, you guys got to go through me, basically. A lot of ultimates being expended, but now attention toward this buff to try to take it away. Kyrie will be able to do that. So this is all part of the plan, I feel like, for Onyx.
Yeah, especially if they're forcing the Astral Echo out, right? So it will now be available, fortunately. Well, I guess Moreno knows exactly what the cooldown is, and he timed it perfectly for the Lord to be up. So now they're ready. Hayabusa is going to be split pushing top for a little bit of defense on the long push, but Onyx feels like they can burst.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and fight for this Lord. It looks like they want to just give this one a go. BTR in space. Loopy quite low. He's going to guiding win on out. Now Niall jumping in with the shadow kill. They're looking for a kill. He's able to go ahead and proc the stack, taking out Loopy. Winter Crown could be used by Kelra, but Kelra could be next, and he goes down too. And now Onyx falling apart in the Lord fight again as Keyboy and Kyrie are trying to run away, but what a shot! Again from the Maestro, man. They have to get rid of this Novaria because that's going to be a Lord going to BTR.
Unbelievable coming out from BTR. Again, winning out of nowhere. They were down by so much. They've raised the lead by Onyx. They're now pushing. They're about to take the lead for themselves because only Kyrie is left. And with the Rafaela, it means that longer team fights means that you will be top. It's going to be a difficult defense now for Onyx. And even if you eliminate one, the resurrection will be there. So Vitality, they are just taking everything away from Onyx right now.
So quick to turn that around, Wolf. Again, playing on the back foot. They dealt with the first Lord pushing it in their base, and then all of a sudden, Bigatron by Vitality now has control in this game. They took out one of the base turrets of Onyx. It's their turn to go ahead and take some green camps and resources from them. and they still have this Lord making its way down bot, looking to go in, crash into this bottom base turret while the wave up top works on the tier 2. They're going to force a fight anyway. Shadow Kill going to be used to get them low enough to get them to back off the turret as the turret falls. Now Onyx, they got to deal with this Lord. Half health on it. Wave's going to go ahead and push up top. Can they get more? Sans has to be careful. Half health. These procs and these star shatters are so deadly if you're Onyx. Right now, BTR might potentially make another go on that last base turret, lining it up with the Astral Echo. They're going to throw it down. Again, a Shadow Kill going to be used. They have to get enough space. Keyboy in trouble. Lootby going to go use the Daytona's welcome, but a shot from Moreno is going to bring him low, and it's Lootby that falls. But they have to disengage. A BTR is happy with the base turrets down. Oh, Kyrie jumping in. Holy Baptism going to be used, but he's able to avoid it. And now it's just 5 full force for BTR. They've got a cannon minion and another wave pushing up top. They might want to end it here to get to a 2-0 lead right now in the series, but the waves are going to be cleared out as Onyx stays in it. Kelra dropping down the Zaman Force. They get a nice stun out with the circling eagle, but Kelra is gone. He's blasted down. Moreno lines up a shot on Sans. He has to go heal back up, but they're still going. Kyrie gets shut down, and this mid wave should be enough. Lootby, he's got no stacks here. They're going to go for it anyway. An Echo drop down. A double for Iman, the man. And they're going to work on the crystal to take game 2.
The masters of the poke strategy, and with this sustain coming out from the Rafaela, and a lot of good stuff that you see from Nael as well as Moreno. And Eman eventually in the end, being determined by Vitality, are able to take game number 2. We're going to be discussing how the sustain coming out from BTR was able to outgun Onyx in a snap of a finger. One Lord fight was all it took. That will be after this break. We'll see you guys after this.
Well, I'm me, and there's no one I'd rather be. You can sit around and wait, and I'll be standing free. So every other way from me, got a bag of chips by the sea. The sun is blazing down, I've got my smile now. Here's the come on, relax and have some chips with me. Chill out, lay back, I'm right where we've got time to take it easy. You always tell me to speed up, but slow down. I've been kicking my feet a bag of chips in hand, I got nothing planned, yeah. Good treats by the sand, you know I wanna chow down. Oh yeah, so when you ask me
got him lined up in my sights.
to Mobile Legends!
Only room for combat essentials. Get back and fight! I think it's time to get serious. Starlium collapse! Double kill! Has been slain. Only room for combat essentials. All units, Kimmy's back in the fight! Blast off! Serious. Get back and fight! Unstoppable! Through courage and strength, we make the impossible possible! I'll let my blaster do the talking. Get back and fight! Killing spree!
sit around and wait and see. For a moment, I'll be standing free.
Of the games of the future. What do you think about the games of the future 2026?
So first time at Digital Games, first time in Kazakhstan. Unbelievable. I didn't even know things like this existed, so I've been blown away. Very different.
The Games of the Future is the best opportunity to Kazakhstan and especially Astana to promote our city, our country to other people who travel for this event.
I think that the Games of the Future is that. It's a really nice opportunity to join the video games and the physical activity. So I think this could be the great opportunity to show to the young people how we can do activity also that we play video games. So I think I'm physiotherapist. I take care of professional e-sport player, and the physical is we need. So I think that is the perfect mix, the perfect match for the future of the video game.
Nice to hear that. What games have you already visited, and which ones did you like the most?
The digital shooting, the soccer, the football, and the third one will be, and dancing, and this will be my fourth one, the MMA. So far, favorites, I think the shooting and football.
I've been only in 2 games. It's football and MMA. And I love football, and it's very interesting format of football where only it's like mini football. And MMA, I didn't see a lot, so we will see how it will be.
Here with the physical Spain, again with Spain, we came with basketball, football, soccer, and Counter-Strike. But normally I have been working for football and also for basketball. But it's true that in the last few years I'm training me as a person in MMA. So I think that you can do all the video game, but it's true that for a long time I prefer FIFA. So I have been playing football for a long time. So I think we are all addicted to FIFA, but sometimes we play with the other people in Counter, Valorant, or LoL.
Wow! Tell us, do you like the digital part or the physical part more?
Physical, because it's more interactive. I don't really know what's going on the digital. I get confused, so physical for sure.
For me, digital is for the first time. It's interesting, but physical will be always more interesting, I think.
Yeah, it's what I told you. I always play in video games, so I love video games. But it's also when you are in digital games, you need to do both. So I think that is a great opportunity to do. I love physical. When you train, you feel good. But also I love video game because when you win, you feel also good. So I think I'm trying to introduce that kind of specialty in all the school for young people, inactivity people. So I think I prefer both.
Nice! Can you share who you root for in the finals?
It's my first day. I saw only NSC football team. I don't know how it's called exactly, and I very like them. I think they went from South America, and the way they celebrated their win, it's very interesting. They're like very united players.
Between Argentina and Mexico, we are Spanish spoken, so I prefer Mexico. I love that country, and I hope I encourage you to win in the digital soccer final. Let's go.
Finally, what do you think about perspectives of the games of the future?
I think it's going to grow a lot, and hopefully we can bring it back to South Africa as well. It will be good. Yeah, I definitely think it's going to grow.
Yeah, I think the perspectives are good because now digital games are very popular among young people. So I think it will be very interesting in the future.
Yeah, I told before now, we were talking about that. I think the perspective we must to know more about this specialty, to introduce in the school, in different countries with population that they don't do a lot of sport. I think that is if you play video games, it's cool to introduce to the physical, and you do physical. Normally, all the people, all my professional players, they play video games in the free day, on the day, and the rest of the day that they are not training physical.
Thank you so much, everyone, for answering all of our questions. We wish all of you to have fun watching the tournament and the teams you cheer for.
And that was a huge shout out to every fan, everyone who's watching. I mean, this wouldn't be as successful as this is out now without all the audience, all the guests that's been coming to the arenas, and of course watching on the broadcast also. Huge shout out to you guys. But again, I mean, 2-0 at the moment. One more game coming up up next. But let's take a look at the draft, which been for the last map. I mean, Shogun grabbed Uranus. I mean, Uranus was with Ludpi in the first map, and then Shogun just went ahead and grabbed Uranus first off. Moreno stayed with Navaria, which we saw how that played out, and Kyrie stayed with Hivara as well. I mean, he did his best for sure. And then I think the start around 2 minutes 30 seconds, that was very chaotic how they started, like double kills, and it was more around 3 kills within 2 minutes or 2 minutes 30 seconds. Great start to the game, but again, I mean, as it went down later, it was going to change. But let's give a big shout out to the Center Credit. Make sure you download the app. You can download it with the QR code up on the screen. Scan it, because managing finances is going to be tough without Center Credit. So make sure you check that out. Manage your finances easily with the Center Credit online banking app. Check that out with the QR code. Thank you for Center Credit for being one of the partners. And then as we went, as I said, the initial start for the last map was a bit chaotic. I really thought that's going to go ahead towards the end as well. I mean, that was around 2-1, a double kill for Kyrie, and of course, I believe the Bigatron got 1 kill as well. But that was very good start, to be honest, for the game itself. And then there is one pattern we saw in both the maps, is that around 30 minutes for the last map, there was only Kyrie left when Bigatron actually took down the other players from Onyx. And the same thing happened in the first map as well, where there was a point where I think around 10th minute when Bigatron actually took down all the players from Onyx and Kyrie was only left. But good job with Kyrie for this one, because at that point there was only Kyrie left and waited for others to re-emerge. But they made an attempt, but they backed up, but then came up again. 14th minute, we had 11-11, 2 equal kills at a tie. And then after that, I believe, Bigatron had a more control on the map. Plus, Bigatron had the load as well. After that, I think around 15th minute, all the bases were down. I mean, base turrets were down off Onyx. I mean, at that point, there was no return, I believe.
Yeah, definitely is. Thank you very much, Heidi, for mentioning everything about us. I'm thrilled to see what's going to happen on game 3, just the same as you guys. We're gonna give our words to our beautiful casters, Naiso and Wolf. Please take it away, guys, and let's enjoy our game number 3.
Thanks so much, Katie, as well. As Ilya says, we are indeed heading into a game number 3. There is a massive potential out there that this could be a 3-0. And it's not to say that Onyx is not showing anything, showing to us that they are worthy of this grand final. They did start 2 games with 3,000 gold leads apiece. And I think that it's just BTR finding better Lord fights. And it seems like BTR is showing us, okay, this is not a snowball meta anymore. What this meta is good team fighting, good sustain, and a lot of pokes with the Navaria. Naisu, do you think that game number 3 is a game that finally Onyx gets a victory with?
Hey, you know what? If that's going to be the case, Wolf, it starts with banning the Navaria, at least taking it away from Moreno, which they do. They do ban it out, which is good. I think all the Onyx fans around were like, come on, just ban the Navaria. Well, they banned the Navaria, okay? But this could leave something open, too. This might mean we might see Moreno just pick up a Selena. That might be one of the cases, because so far, it just feels like there's something about Bigatron by Vitality that is just, I don't know if they're just a kryptonite towards Onic or what, because you know what, if Kelra's the god in the gold lane, Emon's freaking Batman, man. I don't know, because like what is happening in the gold lane? It seems like there are times when Kelra is winning the lane and he's able to go ahead and do things, but Emon just seems to play better as a team. It seems like the other teammates of Emon is just the utility belt, you know, and then all of a sudden he pops off. And that's something that I've been noticing here more that we watch Bigatron by Vitality play throughout this Games of the Future, is the way that they kind of move around the map together, but also the team fights. Like, I always look at the team fights as sort of this kind of choreography. And if you really look at what Bigatron by Vitality does, they're so good at that. Shogun is just that guy to be up front. You know, obviously he has to do that, especially with him usually picking up the Uranus. But then Finn, too, the way Finn moves and allows that space to be provided. Think about it. Niall's jungle was just destroyed half the time by Onic, you know? But still, somehow, he makes this hero, the Hayabusa, who barely gets picked by anyone. He made it work, you know? And even that, it takes the entire team to either follow through after your ultimate is used, that shadow kill, or for you to be able to capitalize on it when he has, you know, he's building those Skypiercer stacks. So it's just like, it's one of those things where Bigatron by Vitality is just doing more as a team. You know, is Marcel the answer to change things, hopefully, and not have a grand final be a sweep? Maybe so.
Yeah, it's a good step because it's also being banned out many times. But that opens up still the Uranus as well as the bats. I feel like if you are BTR, you want to pick up the bats still in this scenario. But in case they do have the Uranus as a substitute for it, so they do pick it up and they pair it up with the Matilda. Almost an impenetrable combo as we saw in game number 2. And there is some semblance of that in game number 1 where it was Onic then that actually used that hero. Use that combo, Rafaela, with Uranus. But overall, we already know that this is such a good combination all throughout that you can really just plug and play any kind of jungler in here. Maybe you can get the Nolan eventually, or as we saw earlier, it was the Hayabusa, because there's so much that the Matilda as well as the Uranus is able to achieve. Especially up against someone like a Marcel, who is not a burst type of hero. In fact, this is not a hero that also facilitates for a burst, right? You really trickle heroes down with the Marcel. So they do pick up the bats, and this time there's the burst that you're looking for. There's the immediate takedown. And with the Brody, the torn apart memory, it seems like this is the answer. Because even when you guiding wind through it, once you have the stacks, the torn apart memory will actually be able to take you down.
Yeah, hopefully this is the pieces to the puzzle that Onic needs, because it would be insane to me, I think, and to a lot of people watching, if this is actually just going to end up in a sweep by Bigatron by Vitality. Because we saw the results, right, when they met back in their own regional professional league. We've seen them kind of go head to head multiple times, but it's just like, there's got to be something here. Like, what is it about Bigatron that's just throwing Onic off what most people are used to watching them be capable of doing? And these first 3 picks, as you had highlighted already, Wolf, are great. But then, I mean, look at the answer right now by Bigatron. It's still the same thing. Brother, Shogun, I'm surprised he's not tired of playing Uranus. Uranus is not the funnest hero to play, you know? But
what do you mean?
Shogun's gonna. I know you like to play the Uranus, right? This is just
that's right.
And even our good friend Wilmy was playing him earlier, and he was saying, you know, it's a boring hero, but man, does it get the job done, right? And I guess that's how it is. But then also, this is why the Matilda is so great, because you can just let Shogun do his thing, and then you have Finn roaming around, taking care of everybody, providing, you know, utility and speed and shields and everything else. And this is why I'm saying Emon Emon relies on everybody else. I mean, look who he's playing. He's playing carry. You can't. You literally cannot solo carry as carry, as crazy as that sounds, right? Pun intended. But you need the rest of the team, and that's why they build around that potential. Whereas then, again, Moreno is like a playmaker on heroes you're not expecting, and Niall can hold his own, you know? So it's just like, that seems to be what the magic sauce here is for Bigatron by Vitality.
Yeah, and the reason why I would agree with that is because the carry is good versus most of the heroes here for Onyx, especially against these Barretts, and its true damage also is appreciated up against the Marcel, who relies on the sustain and resistances. And if you have the Matilda with you, now you're almost impossible to beat. Now even the Brody is a problem. And you also have this Uranus to aid you when it comes to like peeling and everything. So BTR have mastered this kind of gameplay. If you're Onyx, you want to be able to take out the heroes of vitality as fast as possible. So you're going to be drafting a hero for Kyrie that deals on burst as well. That's why the Nolan as well as the Hardy was banned out, because if you're looking at Onyx, these are the heroes that will probably complement their composition and will be a problem for the Matilda. If the Matilda lineup is bursted down easily, then the Matilda is almost useless. You gotta find a way for you to be able to sustain your teammates.
Yeah. Oh man, you know, there's a lot of Onyx fans out there. Kyrie, Kelra on screen here, Onyx in the back. It's just people are saying it's going to be a reverse sweep maybe. Well, it starts here. These next two picks that are eventually going to come through after the red 4 pick for Bigatron will tell us the potential of Onyx making that happen. At least taking one step in that direction. I do like what they already have. I mean, you know, this is already a very strong foundation, but whoa, talk about another curveball in our current meta, a Sicilian. Now, I know we've even seen the Carmilla, right? Carmilla has showed up a time or two. Well, now it's Sicilian. You take away my range heroes.
Yeah,
I still got another one.
There was actually a time where it was Carmilla and Sicilian together. It was Rune Eaters that actually deployed it. Weren't able to win with it. But you're right. This is a Moreno special. And the idea here is to make sure that you take out the Marcel as fast as possible, as well as the Brody or threat to the Brody. And most importantly, you trickle down the Barretts with all of your slows. And you're going to be a threat that Onyx are playing this game so weirdly. And weird, I say, because in game 2, they used what BTR played with. And now game number 3, are picking up the Hayabusa, which was freshly picked up by Nael. So this kind of tells us that they might be behind, where BTR is dictating the tempo of this game, of this series, in fact, when it comes to drafting. Especially now that they picked up this Sicilian. I wonder what they close it out with. They're going to be looking for their jungler. What if they are the ones to pick up the Balmond?
Oh, man.
I think it makes
Imagine
sense.
if they go Balmond, they take one. Okay. Oh, they're doing the... Okay, they're just having fun with it, right? I mean, Bigatron by Vitality up 2-0. It's match point. They're doing the combo,
What is the jungle?
man.
What is the jungle?
It's Carmilla. It's Carmilla.
Carmilla jungle. All right.
Yeah. It's the
doing the
Carmilla
combo.
jungle. We even saw this in MST. We even saw this in
that's
MST.
right. You're
So,
right.
Carmilla jungle with the Sicilian. Are we... Don't tell me they're gonna... I mean, is there some crazy stuff that they can do with the interactions, you know, and this is just... It's gonna feel a little weird, but I think it's also gonna put a statement out there if this ends up being a win for Bigatron. How are you feeling about it, Wolf?
Okay, so I always like pocket picks. I wanted this Carmilla Sicilian to be successful actually so many times before. So yeah, I like it. I think that this game with the Matilda, there's a lot to sustain. Again, they will try to out-sustain Onyx. What they're gonna do here is to poke Onyx continuously, force some ultimates, then try to survive with some iframes out there, which will be available for their Carmilla as well as their Sicilian. So yeah, this lineup rules, and I feel like it's not easy to pull off because it's so late game centric and it's so item dependent. But BTR have shown us in games 1 and 2 that they can make things like this work.
Well, we're going to find out if this is going to work or not. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's game 3 here, potentially the last one. Games of the Future 2026. Bigatron by Vitality is at match point against last year's champions, Onyx. Will they be able to go ahead and get it in a sweep with this lineup? Or will Onyx take one game and extend this series? We'll find out here. A lot, again, I think has to rely on the potential to make this work. Here's one thing though, Wolf. You can't let this get to the late game, man.
Yes,
because otherwise, like we've seen before, Sicilian is just going to be stacked up, and it's not going to be a fun time if you're Onyx.
No. So how do they deal with that? They're going to be using this Marcel to be aggressive. Maybe the third turtle is super important here for Onyx. That's why I feel like that also coincides with the fact that the Hayabusa will now get the important items. Yes, it will reach critical mass. And of course, the Brody. You got to be very intentful with your Brody when you draft it. That means that you have to activate it properly. And we will see how Kelra will play with this hero. To be fair, they will have to go through a lot of sustain coming out from BTR. But if they do get the burst, the initial burst, which they are very scary with, they can actually stop what BTR wants to do.
Oh, Shogun. Okay, he'll Guiding Wind on out, but the Shadow Kill is going to be enough to get that first blood in the hands here of Kyrie. Oh, the Sanguine Claws. And then they get trapped into it. Kyrie goes down. Good use of the claws there into the back. Impact. And now this turtle is up, but they'll just wait. They can go ahead and wait for Shogun to get back to this. Again, Broken Wall is going to keep that turtle there. There's a Feathered Airstrike coming down. Artillery. It's going to take out Nile now. Bigatron, do they just want to try to capitalize this on the turtle? They're going to go for it, and Sans will secure the turtle. But Moreno does fall, and now Bigatron trying to disengage from it.
Oh. And everything fails. It's going to be Sans to save it. Look at that wonderful play coming out from Sans. Using this Farsa, of course, with the Feathered Airstrike at the last moment so that they can take out the Carmilla. And good shot calling overall coming up from Onyx. We don't know exactly who made that call to still fight even when Kyrie has been lost to them, as Lutpi will be able to take a kill down the bottom with the aid of his teammate out there. So again, Onyx starting real strong, just like in previous 2 games.
Okay, now they have to maintain the kind of lead that they've already built for themselves up to this point. We'll see if they're able to do that. I think this is just a call for a readjustment that everyone's kind of needed. It's not that they haven't controlled the early game in the past 2 games. It's just somehow it's slipped through, and now they put pressure on Emon. Feathered Airstrike dropped down. Kelra is going to be able to get a couple shots off. He already used the torn apart memory, so Emon's going to survive. Are they going to rotate up there? You know, he's still dealing with pressure, but they want to go for this anyway. Golden Hour used up. Niall's looking for his own steal. He's going to get trapped into this, but the fight's already going to break out, so Niall is still there. Shadow Kill going to be used. He's going to take the majority of that damage. Oh. So Niall is gone, and now next is Finn. Sans, and they're looking for more, and Moreno will fall too, so Onyx will find nearly everything they wanted.
Every single thing that they want. They can even take out their third energy shields in here with Kelra being in there, so that's a lot of extra gold that you're given to your gold laner. Gets back and pushes it.
Oh.
Gets a kill afterwards, and then taken out. Sans is on a different planet right now. We always say that Sans has always been one of the best mid laners out there. He plays so well. Whenever he is on, man, he is really, really on.
Yeah, this game, Sans decided, you know what, guys, let me take this game in my hands, at least for now. But it's just been different because of the pace that they're able to set. You know, this is also Onyx Turtle go ahead and take. You got Kyrie swinging over there. Everybody is a big threat to Bigatron by Vitality right now in this game. And Keyboy, too, on the Marcel, which we usually see banned out. There's a reason why it was prioritized, picked up. He's able to go ahead and provide so much information and just be annoying. I mean, look at him right now, just staying in the jungle over of Bigatron by Vitality. And also, again, with this kind of unique pick, maybe this is one of those cases where they oh my goodness, Lutpi, yep, he took the purple. Lutpi got the purple, okay. So that maybe it's one of those cases, Wolf, where they just kind of overcooked, and Sans gets another one on Emon.
Yeah, sometimes there are just games where you are so ahead and you are incentivized by being so aggressive. Sometimes you're not, but this game definitely is a game that incentivizes aggression from Onyx, as they are now controlling the map and they're taking so much away from BTR. However, it still is the early game, right? If there's anything that we've learned from the past 2 games that we've seen, is that you're never going to be complacent if you're Onyx. There could be a lot of angles for BTR to eventually come back from this game.
Yeah, this is, okay, Shogun He just tried to do what he could. He knew that he was caught out. The rest of the team's fighting in the mid lane, though. There's just not enough damage. I mean, loopy enough, able to take those bad impacts, and now jumping forward, Keyboy has to flicker, but there goes a kill to Emon. He's able to go ahead and trade, so it's the XP laner for the roam. The kill that Bigatron by Vitality needed here, but they're still massively behind. Yes, we've seen this before, but not this much of a deficit in between both teams, and it's about 6,000 gold. So we'll see. Bigatron by Vitality needs to cover some grounds. BTR, though, they can try to push this tier 1 turret, but look who's around the corner. Kyrie's here. They know it. They've got to go ahead and get back, because Sans is also rotating up. They want to go ahead and fight this. Looking for a feathered airstrike. They're going to drop it down. Retribution used. Emon trapped by himself. Doesn't have Finn next to him, so he goes down. That's unfortunate.
No, unfortunate, but at the same time, Onyx are now in a spot where they can control this turtle because of that. The push up top also, my comments as the Brody is there. As long as they see the Moreno Sicilian, they know that they can push. From the other side, of course.
Yeah, this is one of those things where, yep, 3 for 3 turtles go in the hands of Onyx. Onyx has ballooned the lead up a little bit further now, 7, almost 8,000 gold. And it's this is why we were saying, you know, it's a case of you just don't want to allow this to get to the late game. There's still potential that it can, but I mean, in this case, for Onyx, it would look really bad if somehow this game got away from them. Just because you don't take this kind of lead, face against this kind of composition, and let that happen. You know, there's just no way I can see that happening. This is one of those games, like you said, Wolf, where, you know, it might be one of those instances where it's just go again, you know, get us to the next one. Because right now it's just too much. And Onyx, you know, they got to wait for the Lord to come up, and there's still a minute and a half, so they're just going to go try to get the shield down here. Feathered airstrike being dropped down. They want to push this wave in, but they can't get the shield just yet.
It'll be settling with this one for now, as they're slowly trickling down the resources of BTR. If they are oppressive this time with this Brody, I think they can easily take this game, and especially you cannot wait for when the you don't want to be in that spot for sure.
Yeah, they're gonna put pressure here at tier 1 and the base. Feathered airstrike dropped down. Emon in trouble, has to get away again, but Sans will burn him on it down, able to take one, and now Golden Hour are gonna be dropped, trapped in it, but turret goes down first, and they go back to the fountain to heal up, and that's gonna be the shield popping up finally here in the mid. They might be able to get the bottom too, with 10 seconds still on the death timer of Emon. Rockets being thrown out here. Dragon Shogun back. Kelron is able to get a couple stacks here. Still tanky enough to go ahead and take that damage. Feathered airstrike once again, but they hold on to the shield.
You hold down the jump. They want to try to go for an exchange here, BTR, but they can't. 5 seconds before the Lord has happened, so these are the games, these are the moments, specific moments that you have to look out for if you're on it, because these were the moments where you lost from the previous game. So
look at the jungle, man.
Yep, it's all on it.
The Carmilla is just, it wasn't it.
Yeah.
We've seen it before, but you're down 3,000 gold. And I think all he had was, what, Cursed Helm and another half item, basically, at this point. I mean, that is not where you want to be. I'm sure this one, once again, is probably, I don't think it's going to be an ending push here with this Lord, despite being up this much, but because they can still relatively clear out these waves. They can still hold on, but they might lose all the base turrets, especially since the shields were worked on, and Onyx got all these waves lined up. So they're going to start approaching the base here.
Yeah. The last time this happened, though, BTR were able to find something, so you got to be careful if you're Onyx.
Feather airstrike being thrown down. Golden Hour already used too. They're going to clear out that Lord. It's nearly taken down this mid turret. They're going to jump in with the shadow kills. I thought Kyrie was going to use it. He actually holds on to it. So still, the Lord is cleared out. Now this bottom wave pushing forward. Bigatron, this is what we were talking about. This lineup allows them to clear these waves. And this whole time, this is the thing. Moreno's getting stacks here. Once again, they got to press onto this turret. A feathered airstrike dropped down. They're holding on, though. Clear out the waves.
Okay. Not too bad at all. Not too shabby at all for BTR, but they do lose their mid lane turret, which is going to be annoying for them to deal with. And now there is going to be the purple buff take coming out from side of Onyx. 90 seconds. That's another important milestone here for Onyx that they have to really be careful about, because not only were these moments the turning points in the previous games, but also it is a point where you're gonna see whether or not you can actually take out the Sicilian, because Sicilian eventually will be a problem. Right now it isn't, but eventually it will.
Daytona's welcome. You're going to go ahead and throw Shogun down really low. Can't escape. And now trapped in the golden hour. Finn circling Eagle. The rest of the team taking the shadow kill here too. They're trying to get back to the base, but Keyboy jumping forward. Moreno's still going to be able to survive because of the health. And now Finn in trouble. Kyrie will just go ahead and grab this one. It might take him a little bit longer, but Finn knows it. He's gone. And now the rest of the team of Onyx in this base with a wave pushing in. They've got the full force. Kyrie might not even need to be here for this, but they're going to do what they can. BTR on the defense, trying to clear out the waves. Daytona's welcome. Going to be used. Winter Crown. There's the feathered airstrike. They take out Nile. Lootby is in trouble, though. He does fall as Shogun's able to get it. The shadow kill is already going to be used. Now they have to heal up, but they're looking for more. They have the stacks there, and they're going to go for Emon. They're going to lock down on the crystal. They've got a wave, a cannon minion, but BTR will still be able to defend.
They hang on. They use the golden hour, I guess, to stop any kind of progression coming out from BTR, but I guess they just are aiming to get this Lord for themselves, which they will, freely, style. They have inflated their own lead by about 13,000 now. 13,000 gold. And there still is a chip on their shoulder. Because of whatever happened in games number 1 and 2, you cannot be complacent if you are Onyx. But you have a titanic lead now, though, with 2 turrets also down in the middle. So there's a lot that they can work with. Naisu, would you feel like there is still an angle where BTR eventually wins in this game?
Oh, man. That's so... I feel like that answer lies on if Moreno can stay alive. And Emon, I mean, even for Emon, you know, on this carry, he's kind of had a really tough game, honestly. Moreno's going to go ahead and try to clear this wave. Shogun will go ahead and tank this up, but this is an opening for Onyx to go ahead and take. Consecration's already going to be popped, too. They displace him a bit. Feathered Airstrike going to be dropped down, and Moreno still going to be alive. He takes a couple shots from Kelra, but they're going to clear out the Lord, and now Shogun falls. The front line is gone. Emon doing what he can, guiding wins on out, but they clear out the wave again. And now BTR, they got to clear out this Canyon Minute and the wave in mid, but Onyx eyeing the base, eyeing the crystal here. They want to go for it. They're going to go in, just a last-ditch effort, trying to stay in as Finn is gone, and now it's too long for Shogun to be up, so a Feathered Airstrike's dropped down. Emon is working on what he can, but the crystal's going to go to Onyx anyway. Finally, Onyx makes it a series.
And with the amount of lead, about 13,000 and even more afterwards, they use it as a battering ram to push their way and force their way into game number 4. The series is not over yet. Another good start for Onyx this game. However, this time BTR were not able to resuscitate themselves. Unfortunately, this Sicilian with the Carmilla is still not working, at least for games of the future. That is game.
So hurry up and wait for me. Got a bag of chips by the sea. The sun is down, I've got my smile now. Your chips will really make me sing. Come on, relax and have some chips for me. Chill out, lay back, I'm right where I wanna be.
I've returned from hell for her.
Thorns remain should petals fall.
And there's no one I'd rather be. You can sit around and wait and see. For a moment I'll be standing free. So hurry up and wait for me. Got a bag of chips by the sea. The sun is blazing down, I've got my smile now. Here's the thing, your chips will really make me sing. Come on, relax. speed up but slow down. I'll be kicking my feet up and just going to town. A bag of chips in hand, I got nothing planned. Yeah, good treats by the sand. You know I wanna.
Please ban a hero. Your team is banning. Please pick a hero.
I have arrived.
The
The
enemy
dimensional
is picking.
emissary.
Love and hope are the two greatest inventions.
You should be ashamed for not trusting yourself. Please pick a hero.
Awaken, Dreadworm, the tyrant of wrath, and burn this wretched world!
You ready to make some real money,
The enemy is
compadre?
picking.
The clouds are ever shifting, but this heart remains steadfast.
Sanjo.
Your team is picking.
So, who's next?
Crowned by heaven's mandate,
The enemy
my
is
legacy
picking.
shall endure.
Demons, step forward if you have a death wish.
Welcome to Mobile Legends. 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
What prey shall we hunt today? Mortals are but shadows and dust.
Request backup!
Darkness is closing in. Submit to your hatred and fear. You're mine!
Enemy battle spell on CD.
Struggle, my prey. You won't get far. They never do.
Enemy reached level 4.
First blood! Sorry, initiate retreat! I have been slain.
Run. It's more fun that way.
Attack the turtle!
In the darkness, their courage will fail. All I can see are but easy prey. Found you. Drown in despair!
Slain the turtle!
Look at those creatures. Can they be more pathetic?
Launch attack!
What poor wretched soul will cross my path first? Yes, struggle, my
Ult
prey.
is not ready.
You're mine! Strip away the illusion, and fear is all that remains. Strength, pierce! No!
La 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 la. Hehe.
Ult is not ready. Ally has been slain.
Death knows better than to keep me.
Enemy in
You're mine! All I can see are but easy prey.
Ally has been slain. Ally has been slain. Initiate retreat!
Drown in despair!
You destroyed a turret. The enemy has slain the turtle.
You're mine! You won't get far. They never do.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Strip away the illusion, and fear is all that remains.
Enemy rampage.
What poor...
Our turret is under attack.
You're mine! Submit to your hatred and fear. In the darkness, their courage will fail them. Their terror, I can taste in the air. Tread pierce!
Our turret has been destroyed. Our turret has been destroyed.
That was nothing.
Our turret is under attack.
All I can see are but easy prey.
Launch attack! The enemy has slain the turret.
Their terror, I can taste. Drown in despair! Wizard.
Ally has been slain. Our turret is under attack.
Strip away the illusion, and fear is all that remains. You're mine!
Our turret is under attack.
It's more fun that way.
Our turret has been destroyed. Launch attack! An enemy has been slain. Ally has been Our turret is under attack. Ally has been slain. Our turret is under attack.
Death knows better than to keep me. You're mine!
An enemy has been slain. Our turret is under attack.
What poor wretched soul will cross my path first? In the darkness, their courage will fail them. Darkness is closing in.
Our turret been
That was
destroyed.
nothing.
Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
Drown in despair! Found you. You're mine!
Attack enemy lord.
You're mine!
Ally has been slain.
In the darkness, their courage
Ally has been slain.
is just the beginning.
Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Killing spree. Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
You think I disappear?
Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
And there's no one I'd rather be. You can sit around and wait and see. For a moment I'll be standing free. So hurry up and wait for me. Got a bag of chips by the sea. The sun is blazing down. I've got my smile now. Here's the thing. Your chips are really make me sing. Come on, relax and have some chips for me. We've got time to take it easy. You always I've been kicking my feet up and just going to town. A bag of chips in hand. I got nothing planned.
Your team is banning. Please ban a hero. The enemy is picking.
I'm bound by nothing,
Your
be it
team
family
is
or
picking.
destiny.
Even the fullest bloom hails before the scattering petals.
You should be ashamed for not trusting yourself.
The enemy is picking.
The Immortal One chose me to vanquish the
Please pick a
shadows
hero.
that plague this world.
Seeking to devour your soul.
A man with a spear is a
The enemy
fortress.
is picking.
To me, fun is all that matters.
Your team is picking.
Careful! I've got a lit firecracker in my hand!
True love is like blood. Welcome to Mobile Legends.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed.
The bellowing flames will be their final elegy. My service was rewarded in blood, so let this land be bathed in it. My spear will shatter this world!
First blood.
I will build my throne upon the bones of my enemies. I am the instrument of vengeance! The worm soul burns eternal!
An enemy has been slain. Initiate retreat. Under control. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill. Launch attack.
The dying screams of my men still haunt me.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Shut down.
Retreat from the battle!
You will know true suffering!
Initiate retreat!
Retreat from the turtle!
Mega kill! Shut down!
Behold my wrath! With the Dreadworm's power, I will devour this world!
Battle spell in cooldown.
Their castles will crumble like
Initiate
sand
retreat.
under the
Solo
weight of my
kill.
fury! Loyalty was my undoing. The flames of
Retreat
destruction,
from the turtle!
my
Request backup.
rebirth.
Understood.
Grovel, lament, despair!
Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Superb tanking!
Battle is where I thrive!
Initiate retreat.
My hatred!
Request backup. Okay.
Soon you shall feast, my words.
An ally has slain the turtle. An enemy has been slain.
All that remains of my past is this vessel of burning rage. The dead demand retribution!
On control!
An enemy has been slain.
La 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 la. Hehe.
An ally has been slain.
Let the flames of wrath purge this treacherous kingdom!
You destroyed a turret.
You will know
Initiate
true
retreat.
suffering! Everything
Solo kill!
will be
Mega
retained
kill.
in fire and
Initiate retreat. Your team destroyed a turret. Ally has been slain.
I will build my throne upon the bones of
Good
my
game.
enemies. Soon you shall see my word.
An ally slain the turtle. Unstoppable.
My wrath cannot be quelled.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Their castles will crumble like sand under the weight of my fury. Loyalty was my undoing. The flames of destruction, my rebirth. The dying screams of my men still haunt me.
Superb tanking!
Through the shadow!
Solo kill!
Monster kill!
Let the flames of wrath purge this treacherous kingdom!
Ult is not
With the
ready.
Dreadworm's power, I will devour this world! Good! All that remains of my past is this vessel of burning
Your team
rage.
destroyed a turret.
My service was rewarded in blood, so let this land be bathed in it. Spear of wrath!
Killing spree. Attack the Lord.
Through the shadow!
Attack the Lord.
Retreat from the Lord!
Loyalty was my undoing. The flames of destruction, my rebirth. Arrows will crumble like sand under the weight of my a far cry from the dragons I've slain.
Our turret is under attack.
Soon you shall feast, my worms.
Solo kill!
Godlike.
Through the shadow!
Has been slain.
My service was
Your team
rewarded.
destroyed a turret.
So let this land be bathed.
Killing spree. Your team destroyed a turret.
Superb tanking!
Your team destroyed a turret. Shut down.
The worm soul burns eternal! The dying screams of my men still haunt me. Through the shadow! Cry, lament, despair! Through the shadow! With the Dreadworm's power, I will devour this world!
Enemy rampage.
Let the flames of wrath purge this treacherous kingdom!
Launch attack.
Everything they took from me will be repaid in fire!
Legendary.
Great play!
Unstable network.
I will build my throne from the bones of my enemies. Fuel my hatred!
Launch attack.
Now! Battle is where I thrive! Let the flames of wrath purge this treacherous kingdom. Soon you shall feast, my worms. I am the instrument of vengeance!
Initiate retreat!
The dying screams of my men still haunt me. Their castles will crumble like sand under the weight of my fury. My service was rewarded in blood, so let this land be feast! Suffer the fate!
Legendary!
There's no one I'd rather be. You can sit around and wait and see. For a moment I'll be standing free. So hurry up and wait for me. Got a bag of chips by the sea. The sun is blazing down. I've got my smile now. Here's the thing. Your chips will really make me sing. Come on, relax and have some chips with me. Chill out, lay back, I'm right where I wanna be. We've got time to take it easy. And there's no one I'd rather be. You can sit around and wait and see. For a moment I'll be standing free. So hurry up and wait for me.